My name is Leon Thomas, and you're here to watch NRG this week. I'll be back with co host Mike Weiner. Welcome to NRG this week. Here we go. Welcome again to NRG This Week. I'm Leon Thomas. You can watch NRG This Week every Monday right here on these same social media networks at 8 a.m. But let's say you don't want to get up early. That's okay. There are replays, rebroadcasts going during the week. Let's bring in co-host and NRG president and CEO Mike Weiner. Mike, how you doing?
4th of July to you and our viewers.
Right on. Happy 4th of July. Mike, tell me real quick in 10 seconds. Okay, make it 20. What are the big plans for you today?
You know what? Doing a barbecue, having the kids over, my mom, and just going to have a blast. So going to hit the grill, Leon, patriotic way, and just have some fun.
Oh, great. Now, Mike, that's now you're supposed to say, Leon, what are you doing? I see you wearing a red shirt, but what are you doing today? You're supposed to do it. Now we got to start the whole show over again. Go ahead,
Hey,
Mike.
Leon, what are you doing today for July 4th for the holiday?
Here's what I'm doing today. And I'm focused on me/business today. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm cleaning out the office. I'm going through some of the sock drawers and I'm throwing away the socks that's old. Right? That's what I'm going to do today. I'm getting organized so that tomorrow, when officially the second half of the year starts in business, I'm ready to rock and roll. That's what's on the agenda for me today, Mike. That's what I'm doing. All right. Hey, Mike, you have a really cool, interesting guest today. Go ahead and introduce your guest.
You know what? I couldn't think of a better guest to bring on for July 4th. I got this thing in my head, Let Freedom Ring, and Raphael and I go back all the way to 2008. He's been extremely significant in my life with Law of Attraction, and I am just super pumped to have him here, Leon. He's really transformed Mike Weiner, and he's just an amazing gentleman. He is out of Columbia, Maryland, and really excited to have Raphael today, Leon.
Raphael, it's good to have you on NRG this week. You and I were talking some before we went on air, and I asked you, what do you do? Tell me about your business. And one of the things you told me, you said was, I've had like 92 careers. I don't know if you used the number 92, but it was a high number. Raphael, good morning. Tell us about you. How you doing? Fill us in.
Hey, good morning. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. And it is about freedom ringing. So thanks, Leon, for having me here. Thanks, Michael, for inviting me. I really appreciate it. And you're asking me what I do. So I work as and I'm going to watch for your water bottle. I work as a transformational life coach. And the water bottle signal was water that down. What does it mean? So, it really is. I've had a taste of 10 careers and a little bit of my backstory. I'm one of 10 kids. I was the fourth of 10. My father retired as a grade school janitor. I'm an introvert. I've known myself to be an introvert all my life. And yet I do motivational speaking. And why do I do that? Because I feel a real deep sense of call to help folks in their lives. And when it comes out of the mouth of a guy like myself, I'm 5'4" on a good day. So I'm small. I can disappear very easily. But when I speak and I share this information that I teach, I practically levitate. So it's like, wow, I become someone that I know myself to be at a much deeper level. So that's the transformation that I help people get in touch with who they are and what they're about.
Now, Raphael, this is so interesting. First, you say that or said that you were an introvert, but yet you're a motivational speaker. That's point one. And the next thing is, as I look at you and, look at your face and think about you and me, we're kind of opposite. You say you're 5'4" and you can hide easily. Listen, I'm 6'3", 280 and loud. I ain't hiding anywhere. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did tell me some of the things that you've done, and then we'll go back and focus on what you do now, and then I'll let you and Mike talk.
Sure, sure. So, my parents, God bless us. I mean, we come from a Catholic tradition. So obviously 10 kids during that time in the 60s and 70s was pretty normal. But I was the fourth boy, four boys, two girls, and four boys. And I was the first to go to college. And so I really kind of broke through this mindset of poverty and not having enough. But in my upbringing, my parents taught me that love really transcends everything. And if you have enough love, you can really accomplish so much. And and I fell for it. And so I started my work as an Army officer at Walter Reed in Washington D.C. I grew up out in California, flew across the country, cried the whole trip, knowing I can't go home on weekends. But so I started my career as a licensed occupational therapist. I did my internship at Walter Reed. I was in the military for 3 years. And while I was stationed in Fort Polk, Louisiana, there's really nothing to do there. So I got very involved with my church community. And I felt a sense of call, and I felt a sense of call to maybe explore Catholic priesthood. So I studied for 5 years to be a Catholic priest. I was a Carmelite friar, just like the Franciscans, and people know some of that tradition. But so I was a Carmelite for 5 years, and so I completed 2 years of graduate work in theology. Occupational therapists, we work in physical disabilities. We also work in mental health. And now with my spiritual theology training and education, I work holistically with my clients. So during that time, while I was studying to be a Catholic priest, I taught in a Catholic high school for 2 years. So I was a high school teacher for a couple of years. I worked in a prison ministry in a psychiatric penitentiary in mid-Hudson, New York. I then came back. I tell folks, I kind of joke. I got the call and then I got the call to leave. So good thing I was listening. But I came back to occupational therapy. I've been an adjunct professor at Howard University in the health sciences department. I've been a personal trainer at Bally's for a year, helping people stay healthy and well so they didn't succumb to the insurance industry in our country. And I've been an artist. I've had a couple of shows in my work in Washington, D.C. I'm an author. Got trained and educated to be a transformational life coach. And so I really help people kind of get in touch with their natural gifts and talents they've been given and how to help people in the world. And I think that's where Mike and I really resonated. It is, he has such a gift for connecting people. That's his natural gift. And during the time that I've known Mike, we've moved his mindset from, really from selling to serving. And that's his heart. When Mike is heart centered, he blows things up. So it's been an honor to watch his growth and to watch his reach, really across the country and now internationally. So I'm really proud to have been a part of that. And I'm excited to do what I do. And I'm just waiting to see, what's ahead. So,
All
life is
right.
good. And if I can help people find their best life, that's what I'm called to do at this point in life.
All right, great. What I'm going to do, I'm going to back out now and let you and Mike go ahead and have a really cool conversation, and I'll join you later. Go ahead, Mike.
Raphael, you and I go back quite a bit. You definitely have helped me go from selling to serving. And it's interesting because for me, when it hit, it like all hit at once. It hit in waves. And I've been with you for years studying. What is it about law of attraction? And I know that's just one of the laws. Law of vibration is even bigger. What is it about law of attraction that really gets you juiced up to go and help somebody? And you've transformed me. I always say, if you can help me, you can help anybody. Because I was a hard driving ex copier sales rep. But what is it about law of vibration, law of attraction that really gets you excited to go out and help people?
Well, that's a great question. Um, as you said, the law of attraction is just one law. I still am deeply rooted in my Catholic tradition. And so I understand that the law of attraction is just one language for us to understand and how to begin to harness our energy, our own energy, in the world, and how we naturally and easily attract and bring into our lives all the goodness that our hearts want. I even teach, the word desire comes from of the parent. And any of you who are parents out there knows that you would do everything within your power to help your child grow. So, the word desire meaning of the parent. So I translate it into of that which created you. So the desires that each of us has in our work, in our lives, in our love lives, in our relationships, those desires were placed in us by that which created us. Okay, and I've learned to universalize the language because religion is a man-made reality, and this experience of this universal love that my parents taught me, is there and accessible for all of us. So, the law of attraction is one language that helps us learn and understand the power that we have in our lives. And I say, if we're not naturally and easily attracting into our lives that which we desire, then we're chasing it, we're seducing it, or we're settling for what shows up. And that's what the majority of folks do, Mike, as you know. So you and I have gone around the corner multiple times with this. But yeah, there's lots of laws at work that I teach, and really help people create, whatever it is they're hoping for in their lives.
Amazing, Rafi. I've got one more question for you too. 6 months are in the book already for the year. There's a lot of people that are not where they want to be right now, and we know that law of vibration is, when you're there, and I've been there, and it's amazing. It's almost euphoric. What would you recommend? What are two or three things that someone can do now, today, to get to the highest level, the highest law of vibration, the highest frequency? Because I know when I've talked to people and I'm like, what did you like about the meeting? And they go, I loved your vibration. So I know that you've trained me. What are two or three things someone can do now, today, immediately, to get to the highest law of vibration and stay there?
Okay. Well, I'm going to make it really simple. You know, we're all the center of our own universe. All right. That the world kind of revolves around us, our perceptions, our experiences, our challenges, all that's uniquely ours. Right. And so the very best way to begin to get in touch, and it's I'm going to be going back to my contemplative roots, right? Is learning to sit and to just be quiet. All right. That when we learn to be quiet and to really listen, and it's a challenge because even as a professional religious, I remember the first time I tried to sit down and be quiet. I ran out of there within 5 seconds. And it was because I was facing myself. I was there alone with myself for the first time, very intentionally. But if we can learn to breathe and get into a state of real gratitude, for our lives. And I'm learning even today, that it isn't necessarily about being grateful for things in our lives, grateful for our health, grateful for our work, grateful for our families and our relationships, but to take it a little bit further and to be grateful in that. When we can be grateful in every life experience, right, even the challenges, and we begin to change our understanding of what the challenges can have for us, right? So today, if you were to just spend, just a moment just taking in that breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth, I'm breathing in count of two, out of the mouth count of four, and do that a minimum of 5 times. And that will bring you into a state of really being present in your life. And there's a lot to teach around just even breathing because, it comes from the word pneuma, which means spirit. So when we are inspired or in spirit, that's when we really have access to the power of who we are in this world and what we're called to do. So, if you can just, especially today, Independence Day, right? We live in a country that has so much abundance of resources and electricity and, the internet. We have so much that we can be grateful for, but if we can be grateful in, so take it to that next level of presence, being present. And there's so much, in terms of brain waves to understand, and the conscious and the subconscious, but just breathe and feel the gratitude. And I promise you, your life will begin to change.
Nah, that's great advice, Raphael. You always talk about what you think about, you're going to manifest. And there's so many people. I'm running my meetings and they're focused on, they think there's a recession. I had someone ask me that and I said, well, I refuse to participate in a recession, or they're talking about interest rates or gas prices. And it's just amazing that the stuff that people, I always say, turn off the TV and turn on your dreams. It's amazing the stuff that people focus on. And I think you alluded to, you bought into it with your folks with love. You're going to buy into something in this world. It's either going to be positive or negative. And to me, I'd rather be, quote, brainwashed or buy into or whatever the good stuff. And, I want to thank you personally here on President's Day. On July 4th, you should be President Raphael with as powerful and positive as you are. But I want to thank you here. You've made such an impact on me. It's helped me become the man that I am. And I'm in a role where people look at me and they need guidance. And I just being here today with you is just amazing. And Leon, I couldn't think of a better guest to let freedom ring than Raphael. And I'm just so excited to have him here and have him share. So Leon, I am going to turn it back over to you. Thank you, Raphael.
Thank you, Mike.
Mike, I know you've been talking about Raphael for some time. I've heard his name, and it's finally good to get a chance to meet him. I've heard other NRG members talk about him. So, Raphael, it's great to have an opportunity to meet you. And Raphael, one of the couple of things that I noticed when you were giving us some information about you, you said that you were a teacher in a Catholic high school. I used to coach basketball at a Catholic high school. Yes, I did. See, I'm not supposed to be here right now. I'm supposed to be the basketball coach at UCLA right now, making like a couple bazillion over top of $1 bazillion. But I didn't win enough games at Quigley Catholic High School in Pittsburgh or at Mount Carmel High School in Essex. I just didn't win enough. So that's why I'm here. Isn't it a great thing that I lost?
There you go.
Yes. Wow, that's a big twist there, huh?
Being grateful in. All
yes,
right?
right. Right on.
That's funny because I was a Carmelite. So you taught at a Carmelite school.
Yeah, how about that? So
There.
there's some connection there. Yeah. Now, Mike, you have some hot things happening at NRG. Tell us about it. We have about 2 minutes left in the show. Tell us some good things that are happening at NRG.
Oh my gosh, so much, Leon. Canada is blowing up. We just signed up a new member in Canada. I've got about 15 referrals I'm working on there. We have now moved the NRG experience to Wednesday nights. It's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday night of every week. We were doing a rotational, and it was just too much. We've got Maribel Rodriguez. She's known by Sunshine. She's going to be speaking on the 15th about branding in our speaker series. And I tell you what, summer is heating up, and so is NRG. I was doing some work over the weekend. People are coming out in droves to the meetings. They want to grow, Leon. They want to take the next 6 months and manifest success and growth and all the great things Raphael's talking about. So I've never been more excited for the next 6 months of the year. And NRG, we're your source, we're your one-stop shop to help you grow your business. And next week, we're going to announce a customer service, member services program with Sherry, and that's going to take us to a whole nother level. She will be here with us next week. So a little sneak peek ahead, Leon.
All right, good deal. I'm glad to hear it. Some good things happening at NRG. Again, we want to thank our guest, Raphael Agwan, for being with us today. Raphael, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And I want to thank all of our viewers for watching another episode of NRG This Week. To watch NRG This Week, you're going to watch it live and add comments and be a part of the conversation. You join us each Monday at 8 a.m. on these same social media networks, and there are replays going throughout the week. Thanks for watching NRG This Week. I'm Leon Thomas. Here we go.